Mom and Dad thought I was stupid, and in a way they were right, but not the way they were anticipating.
Yeah.
Do you know what I do remember? Is fake Jesus.
Fake Jesus, man.
You know this story, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I've told this on like streams and stuff before, but when I was very young, Mom and Dad, I guess, just thought I was stupid and didn't understand how cinema worked. Even though, even as a very young child, I loved movies. The behind the scenes of movies, like the creation of film. And you know how some kids will be confused about how movies work? They'll think maybe it's all real or there's little people in the TV.
Yeah.
I never went through that.
Yeah, what?
I've kind of always known.
Yeah, how do you think that anyways? Sorry for anybody who did,
I don't, listen, I've always known how cinema works. But one day I walked in to...
It's not confusing,
hold
yeah.
on, should we do something? Should we try sleeping again?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we're in infinite night and rain.
That would be unfortunate. Oh, okay, yeah. Daytime, sunny, no more rain.
Good morning. Good morning.
I would say let's high five, but I might accidentally kill you again.
Yeah, boom.
So
Why can't I block with a sword?
Oh, that was an accident. I apologize. Do you have the sword in your offhand? Can you still block with... I'm not going to shoot you again.
I can block with my shield.
Is that still a thing? I guess
couldn't block with a sword.
Anymore. Probably because they added shields now or something like that.
Yeah, you might as well just block with a shield.
Let's go ahead and condense everything we had. I was in the middle of a story, wasn't I? Right, I walked into the living room, and a mother and father, whom I love, were watching a Jesus movie. I don't know which one. There's a lot of them. It wasn't The Passion of the Christ, because that didn't exist yet.
Right.
I'm quite old. But I walked in, I looked at the screen, I see the actor very obviously portraying Jesus. You know, it's pretty obvious what's happening on the screen.
Right, yeah.
And I say to mother and father, two people whom I love, I want to establish this firmly, I love my mother and father dearly. I say to them, oh, is that Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This story's starting to sound familiar?
Yep.
Yeah. And they say to me in response, no.
Oh, foolish boy.
No, he's just pretending to be Jesus. So here's the thing. I guess that they thought that I didn't know how cinema worked.
Right.
I guess that in their minds they were like, oh, our simple son thinks that that's really Jesus. And so the way they decided to explain cinema to me was to say, that's not really Jesus. He's just pretending. And that little girl's not really dead. She's just sleeping. And that was the entirety of their explanation. Now, the problem is, I already knew how cinema worked. And even if I didn't, that's a terrible explanation of how cinema works.
Right. It's kind of confusing.
So I left under the assumption that there was a... Stop. You have some sort of weird compulsion where you throw everything on the ground. It happened constantly in the last session.
Probably keep happening, so...
I just assumed that there was a bit in the Bible that I hadn't heard about yet, where there was a fake Jesus running around doing pretend miracles with a sleeping girl.
That's really funny.
And I believed that for the next decade of my life, until I set out to find that story. I read through all of Matthew. I read through all of Mark. I read through all of Luke. I read through all of John. I was like, why can't I find it? This seems important. If they're going to put it in a movie, this seems like something that should come up in Sunday school, in your regular like Sunday service. Read through all the Gospels. They weren't in there. And I thought, oh, you know what? It's probably from like Acts or Romans, right? It's something that happened to the apostles after Christ's resurrection.
Right.
Someone just like showed up and was like, I'm Jesus, and I'm running around and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it's not in either of those. Maybe it was one of Paul's letters where he's writing to Timothy and being like, and look out for fake Jesus going around.
Watch out for the fakes.
It took me going through basically the entirety of the New Testament to realize that, oh,
they just were...
Mom and Dad thought I was stupid, and in a way they were right, but not the way they were anticipating.
Yeah,
so
that's
where
funny.
this is the new project board.
Okay,
Actually,
I was going to say, I was like, what are you building? But I like it.
Maybe not right here, because it does block a lot of the view from the outside of the house.
Yeah, just do it like randomly, like over here. Do it over like here.
What if we put it into the side of the mountain or something?
That's good too, yeah, I like
right
that.
up here. That way it's tucked up out of the way, it's not blocking any kind of view. It kind of prettifies the landscape, if you will. So
I like this a lot.
Kind of have it right here. And yeah, we can tidy up the rest of it. And now we need to discuss some long-term goals. Now that we've fought the Wendigo, and yeah, that's fine.
Just something.
It's just something. It's just something. And hold on. Okay, yeah, no, that's perfect because we'll actually expand it to fill this entire space.
Yes.
And we're gonna fill it with different ideas for projects.
We're gonna make it look really nice.
It's gonna be this big right here. And what's objective number 1? Oh, you're gonna keep going.
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
never mind.
I was gonna say, how big does this need to be?
Doesn't need to be this big.
This is big enough. We can replace the cobblestone with regular stone.
Yeah,
later.
this is good.
All right. So, objective 1. What do we want to do?
Good question.
We don't have any ideas, do we?
Where did I put my pickaxe? Oh, I put it in a shield slot. That's weird.
What do you... I'm just sharing at a sign that says objective 1. Staring,
Objective
even.
1.
With the T, not sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Go to the moon? I mean, that feels kind of like there needs to be other things we do first.
Oh, I think the first thing would be to... What kind of components do we need to build a rocket?
Oh, rocket components.
I know we need a launch pad, we need a rocket itself, we need fuel, we need oil.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Instead of numbering them in the order we're going to do them, this is going to be the ideas board. Big picture, things we'd like to do. Build a
compressor.
rocket.
Build a compressor. We need a compressor to make rocket material.
Okay, that's a good one.
A compressor.
Build a compressor.
And then we need compressed bronze, aluminum, and steel. Bronze, aluminum, and steel.
I mean, I think that goes...
Yeah, that kind of goes with
building
compressor.
a rocket. Yeah, that's
launch pad, I don't know if that's...
I mean, again, all of these
maybe
are just
a rocket silo? We want to build something
silo,
cool to launch out of?
That's what that canyon over to the side is. How do you spell... Is it just SILO?
Let's just go with that. Silo.
I'm realizing now that at no point in my adult life, my over 30 years of living, have I ever spelled the word silo.
I don't think I ever have either.
Follow me this way. This is where we talked about building that. Is through this way.
Build moon base. I don't know if we want to put that here or when we're actually at the moon.
This is where we talked about launching
This
from.
is the rocket silo. I like this. I could work on that at some point.
If you want to work on that, I know you talked about making a hot tub too at some point.
A hot tub, yes.
Out of the existing water feature at the top of that little cliff
hot
there.
tub would be cool.
Okay, so
Put that
build
in there,
rocket
hot tub.
silo. Build hot tub.
Man, what do we live
Is hot
in?
tub 2 words?
I
suppose
one.
it can be.
It can be. It can be either
The
way.
thing is, hot tub looks like a funny word. That can't be real. It's got to be 2 T's.
I think it's 2 different
'cause
words. Yeah, it definitely is. Hot tub.
Build
hot tub.
hot pool. There we go. How about that?
Hot pool. Let's build a hot pool. Just a
All
pool
right.
of hot.
And then also, you know what would be cool? Is there power armor in this? I think there was in Tekkit 2, and I never
Power
built
armor
it.
would be sick.
I can't remember what it's called though. Armor. Gravitation chest plate.
There's a lot of armor. No,
That's
there
pretty
is
cool.
quantum suit.
The quantum and the nano.
Nano.
I thought that there was a suit that you could build. This was in Tekkit Main, is why I remember this. And
Okay.
it was a suit that actually had an armor station where you would put in coils and things.
You can build fur armor.
Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Void?
Railcraft Core, Project Red Core, Industrial. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought that was in Tekkit 2, and I must just be misremembering.
Warped Fortress.
But you could build super speed upgrades, and it would make you sprint really fast. I must just be misremembering. That must be what it is. I must be crazy right now.
Man, I know whenever you build quantum armor, you just can't die.
Or I'm probably thinking of another mod pack I was playing around the same time I started Tekkit 2, actually.
I've only
Okay.
ever seen one person die wearing quantum armor.
Were they standing in a nuke?
Yeah, a nuclear generator exploded and they went into lava at the same time.
Was this Duncan?
Yeah.
Was it in his Tekkit 2 series?
Yeah, I don't know if there was a difference in the armor then, but he had quantum armor and the nuke blew up and then he went into lava and he died. But
Okay.
other than that, I've had experiences where I've fallen from unbelievable heights and things like that and never died. TNT didn't do anything. I think we should just stick with leather armor. No, I'm kidding. But
Jetpacks.
Actually,
Jetpacks,
leather armor
and
has
chainsaws and drills.
That's a good idea.
Those are
wonderful
so
things.
Tekkit.
Those are wonderful things.
Why haven't we done that yet?
Should. Can space suits? Can you wear them while you're wearing quantum or nano?
Oh yeah. So what you do is
You
in
don't
your
even need
inventory,
quantum. Nano
you go
is
over
already-
here to your space tab, and you have a second set of armor slots.
Okay, so
where
you can
your
have
space
both.
gear goes, as well as your oxygen and your tanks and your sound thingies and all that doodads.
Okay.
So absolutely, you can do that. And
I don't know if we need to go that heavy, but I feel like at least nano armor does infinite. I mean, just the nano armor does immense difference. Like, you're hard to kill in nano armor. It's, like, really hard. Quantum is just like...
Don't forget about this one.
You're a god, basically.
This is free EMC for days. Solar/power flower.
Yes.
Collectors, condensers, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Set it up on top of a mountain or something, and we can just go up there. You know, I've been telling you off camera that I want to get this world set up on like a proper server, so it keeps running when we're off. And then that way, when we come back, like, first off, let's go... Oh, wait, our horses. Let's go get our horses before it gets dark outside.
Oh, yeah.
We left them hanging out over there by the... it's about to be... Well, no, hold on, this is fine. Yeah, we'll run over there and grab them.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, though, is that... This is concerning. We'll have to have a look at that maybe next time. What was I trying to say? I don't remember now. What was I in the middle of? What was the exact thing? Oh yeah, we'll have like the quarry will continue when we're offline, and the power flower will continue when we're offline. Oh, you know what? Something else I was going to say a second ago when we were talking about Yogscast and Duncan and all that.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking previously about which members of the Yogscast we would be. You know, Simon, Lewis, Duncan, all that. And someone commented that we were just Sips and Shin, and I don't know why that didn't occur to me.
Who's who, though?
Well, I'm Sips, obviously, and you're Shin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
I'm a little too free, a little too not really care too much, but I like to build.
Yeah, keep an eye on those DMs, though.
Oh, no, that's sad.
So,
Anyways.
yeah, listen, anyway, that brought the mood down. You know what else we got to do? Is we need to build a pen for the horses.
Yeah, we do.
We should do that, like, right now. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, just like fence, or...
Just like a big fenced-in area for the horses.
Yeah, will they stay out here? Probably.
Yeah, only one of us needs to go sleep. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. And then you can use whatever kind of fencing gate you want. While you do that, I'm going to go check on the quarry real quick and see how it is progressing.
Okay.
And then from there, I don't know, maybe make a jetpack. And we'll need to make rubber boots as well. Is it the rubber boots that prevent fall damage?
Yes.
If I remember properly.
Something like that.
Let's see. Protects you from fire and lets you swim in lava if full set is equipped. Oh. That's not what I thought rubber boots did. I thought rubber boots stopped you from taking fall damage.
Something like that?
Well, it doesn't appear that they do that. What if I just type in fall damage? No. Feather falling boots? What? Well, you know what? We'll figure that out. I'm sure.
Yeah, no biggie.
I mean, we could just make rubber boots and try it. I know you also need those to, like, insulate yourself, so you don't get electrocuted and whatnot.
Right.
We should also build a destruction catalyst.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So we can build a big tunnel through this mountain, and then we'll have a straight shot to ride on our horse. Or we can dig it underground, and we can have, like, a quarry. Ooh, that would be cool. Oh, it stopped running. Oh, they finally ran out of fuel. Oh, okay. I've got good news. The quarry has officially generated 1 diamond.
Yes!
That's after running 9 diamonds worth of EMC to operate it.
Beautiful.
It has not finished mining up the village. Okay, I'm on my way back. I'll get some more fuel. We'll power it back up. It'll be fine. This is not that big a deal. We knew it was going to take a while. Once it gets further into the ground is when it's really going to start paying for itself. Also, I'm not convinced that we need all those engines running. I'm only going to power up a couple of them. And see if I can see a speed difference. I think it's cool that there's a lot of them, but I don't know if it's really helping because there's a limit to how much power can be piped through anyway.
Right.
So unless we get upgraded, which there are upgraded power, like ways to transfer power around. Does Oddlog live with us now? He's just here.
I think so. Yeah, he's just our friend now. This is just what he does. This is who he is.
Always like, you fools, you awoke into the Wendigo.
Can I stay with you? I don't really know where I even came from.
We didn't even really give Oddlog a proper voice or anything.
I was just existed, and this is all I know.
My name's Oddlog. I used to run the mines. And then
I run the mines.
Was his story... No, look, I don't want to say that I wasn't paying complete attention. But was his story that his brothers got eaten by the Wendigo, or did they get turned into the Wendigo?
Man, Rees.
We read the exact same dialogue. I have no clue what he said.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure, you know what, I'll find out when I sit down to edit. You know.
Yeah, there you go. That's all we need to worry about.
I'm going to turn on like 4 of these. And I mean, I know it's not the most scientific test, but can I visually see a difference in the speed of the quarry? Honestly, no. no, I can't, and it's much cheaper to run it on 4 than it is on 8. Now, if we built a big battery, which we could do, if we had a big battery, we could store that excess power and then like utilize it later. So that would be cool. And we could pipe it around all over the place. That would also be cool. We could start a power company. But I don't know who we give power to. We've already, like, the nearest village that we could have potentially sold power to was nothing but zombies, to be clear. Not our fault. And is now a giant mine. So that was never going to be a thing that happened, unfortunately. There's another village to the west, as well as one to the southeast, south of the desert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ought to explore either of those today, but at some point in the future...
At some point.
We ought to go back and or go down there or over there and talk to them and see whether or not they're interested in buying our excess power generation.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we can like become super wealthy off of selling electricity.
Yes.
Which I think is, especially in this sort of environment where there is no competition, we could effectively have a monopoly and charge whatever we wanted to.
I like the sound of monopoly.
We got to get him hooked we'll give him like 3 months of free electricity and a bunch of free light bulbs and things.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that... once they're hooked, we'll like jack up the prices a whole lot. I like this idea.
Genius.
Hold on, let me add this sign. Make electrical monopoly. There we go. I love that idea.